Recorded Books presents an unabridged recording of Her Daughter's Dream by Francine Rivers, narrated by Stina Nielsen, and directed by A.J. Cermak.
January, 1951. Dear Rosie, Trip called. Hilda Mara is back in the hospital. She had been there for nearly 2 months before they got around to telling me about it. But now they want my help. My sweet Hilda Mara Rose, the smallest, the weakest, the most dependent of my children. She has struggled from the beginning. And now, somehow, I must find a way to give her the courage for one more struggle. I didn't always see it, but recently the Lord has reminded me of all the times Hilda Mara's courage and spunk have served her well. She chose her own path in life and pursued it against all odds, and against my advice, I might add. She followed that husband of hers from one military base to another, finding apartments in strange cities, making new friends. She crossed the country by herself and came home to help Bernhardt and Elizabeth hold on to the Musashi's land despite threats and fire and bricks through their windows. And I needn't remind you of her response when faced with the same kind of abuse that our dear Elisa succumbed to so many years ago. She was smart enough to run. My daughter has courage. I've been forced to admit that I have always favored Hilda Mara a little above the others. Is any of this news to you, my dear friend? I suspect you know me better than I know myself. From the moment my first daughter came into the world, she has held a special place in my heart. Niklas always said she looked like me, and I'm afraid it's true. And we both know how little regard my father had for my plain looks. And like Elisa, she was frail. How could a mother's heart fail to respond to such a combination? I did what I felt I had to do. From the start, I determined that I would not cripple Hilda Mara Rose the way Mama crippled Elisa. But now I wonder if I did the right thing. Did I push her too hard, and in so doing push her away? She wouldn't even let her husband call me for help until they both thought she was past the point of no return. I wish now I'd been more like my mother, with her gracious and loving spirit, and less like my father. Yes, that's right. I see clearly that I inherited some of his selfish and cruel ways. Don't try to convince me otherwise, Rosie. We both know it's true. Now my hope and prayer is that I can bring Hilda Mara close again. I'm praying for more time. I want Hilda Mara to know how much I love her, how proud I am of her and her accomplishments. I want to mend my relationship with her. I want to learn how to serve my daughter, I, who have rebelled all my life at the very thought of servanthood. I started thinking about Lady Daisy and our afternoons at Kew and tea in the conservatory. I think it's about time I shared some of these experiences with Hilda Mara Rose. I will make all the wonderful sweets and savories for Hilda Mara Rose that I once served to Lady Daisy. I will pour India tea and lace it with cream and conversation. God willing, I will win back my daughter. Your loving friend, Marta. Hilda Mara Rose. Chapter 1. Hilda Mara lay in the darkness, her nightgown damp with perspiration. Night sweats again. She should be used to them by now. Her roommate Lydia snored softly. Lydia had been steadily improving since she arrived 6 weeks ago, which only served to depress Hilda Mara more. Lydia had gained 2 pounds. Hildy lost the same amount. 2 months and still no improvement. Hospital bills mounting daily, crushing Trip's dreams beneath their weight. Her husband came each afternoon. He looked so tired yesterday, and no wonder when he had to work full-time and then go home and take care of all her duties. Laundry, cooking, seeing to Charlie and Carolyn's needs. Hildy grieved over her children. Charlie on his own so much of the time, Carolyn being raised by an indifferent babysitter. She hadn't touched or seen her children since Trip
Sample complete. Ready to continue?